Well, guys, this is what happens with flood vehicles. As you can tell, my voltage is going way down. It's been swinging back and forth. So I'm guessing I either have an alternator issue or the battery is shot. Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I was taking the snow bunny out to take care of some, basic stuff today. I had laundry that I had to actually go do. So, yeah. And I noticed when I left, the gauge was right there, slightly behind 14 where it should be. And as I've been driving, it's been doing this and getting lower and lower and lower, which tells me I'm either driving on the battery or the regulator in the alternator is going bad or is bad. Needless to say, it looks like it's time for an alternator. What can I say, man? You really can't complain. You guys know I'm about $9,000 into the truck at this point. After the purchase price, the repairs, with the coils, the suspension stuff, and everything else. $200 or $300 to get an alternator put in is a drop in the bucket. And I would expect it as a flood vehicle to have some electrical stuff. I'm not stupid. But it's not just that. There's also a tire pressure sensor that's gone bad. So I checked all the pressure manually, and checking the pressure manually, it's fine. It's literally not low at all. But the left rear sensor is saying there's like 5 pounds of pressure in the tire. So just another thing. And so this is an experience for you guys, and I don't want to call this a money pit, but it could rapidly turn into one. Yeah, the auto start stop stuff is working again. That wasn't working when we first got the truck. But yeah, so I'm looking at a tire sensor, pressure sensor, and I'm looking at probably an alternator. I'm almost back to the house now. I'm literally rolling back to the house. Yeah, I'm literally rolling back to the house as we speak because I don't want to get stuck or stranded with a bad battery. Or, she decides, I'm done on the battery. So luckily for me, I was only a few miles from the house. So we're rolling out there now. We'll shut her down, and I'm going to try to get into some diagnosis and see, if there's voltage coming out of the alternator, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to start pricing how much it's going to be, and I'll probably do this one myself. Usually, alternator is not that difficult of a job. Might as well do the pulleys, tensioner, pulley, and belt, and all that stuff at the same time. And that's a good little job that we can knock out together. And hopefully that's the only, it's a hope, right? It's like, hopefully there's no more electrical issues. I know some of you guys are like, why don't you just sell it to Carvana? You got a great offer for it from Carvana. My issue with selling it to Carvana is they're just going to turn around and give it to somebody else, and then it's going to be somebody else's problem. And I don't like, that's a scumbag move. And I don't want to stick somebody else with this truck if it's going to have issues. I'd rather it just be content for me, and you guys are seeming to love the series on this truck. I've been getting a ton of views on this Silverado. I had no idea, man. So, but anyways, we are here. We're getting to the house. I'll go through the gate, and we'll get her parked, and then we'll look and see if we can figure out what the situation is, what the issue is. And I can also put a charger on the battery in case I got to drive her to AutoZone or something. But yeah, let's find out what's wrong. All right, guys, so we are back. I got back into the truck, and I am running up to the auto parts store to see if see if we can get the alternator on the truck tested and see where we're at. See if it's something that absolutely has to be replaced or what. So let's go ahead and get up here and find out what's going on, and then go from there. Well, guys, we're back, and for you guys it was probably the snap of a finger, right? But for me it's been about a good 45 minutes. They're able to test these now without having to take them completely out of the vehicle. Before, you'd have to remove it from the vehicle and then they would test it, but now you don't have to do that. But anywho's, they did go ahead and test it, and yep, the alternator is not good. Like, sometimes it's putting out 14 volts and 15 volts, and other times it's putting out much less. Now, that could just be there's like a part in there called a voltage regulator that can go bad, and that happens on alternators all the time. The issue here is it's just not something I'm going to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that can be simply just replaced, and I looked at, okay, I'll just buy it and do it, but I am up here by, you guys are going to be like, damn, that's messed up, but I am up here by Team Chevrolet, so I'm going to bring the truck there now, and we're going to get the truck into the shop again, and I got quoted a decent price. We'll go over it. It's not guaranteed until they get in there and see what's going on, supposedly. So let's go ahead and get it into the shop and find out how much it's going to cost to fix it. And hopefully, I'm hoping that this is the only issue I'm going to deal with the electrical system in this truck. So let's get it to Chevy and find out. In other news, while we're driving to Chevy, I'm about a mile out, and my voltage is down just above the line before it drops to the dots and goes to 9. So that's not good. Anywho's, one of the things that this thing has done is it's driven fine. I mean, it's had its little issues here or there. We've addressed what we could as they've popped up, but you know, we got this truck with what, 55,000 and some change on it, and we literally just passed 50. Let me get a little bit of gas in case they need to drive this thing. We just passed 58,000 miles in this truck, which means we've basically driven it probably right at 3,000 miles, or right around 3,000 miles. So that's pretty impressive, if you ask me. For a flood vehicle that's supposed to suck. Oh no, we ain't doing that. Yo, when you're at the cheap gas station and the cheap gas station is still expensive, you're like, nah, man. Look, gas prices out here have dropped some. They haven't dropped a ton. They've just dropped a little, right? But I'm not paying, personally, I'll be honest with you, I'm not paying $5 a gallon for 87. I'm just not doing it. Not when Sam's Club's at $4.15 and so many other places are so much cheaper right now. Why would I pay $5? And it's not even an affordable thing. It's the principle of the thing, right? I'm just not doing it. So we'll take her to Chevy, and if Chevy needs to put gas in it, I'll just pay them for gas or whatever. Because the gas light's not on yet, but it will be. You know how I do with my trucks, man. Trucks constantly be on E. We are back. Look at this. Now, I got to be honest. I've dealt with a lot of dealers in my life, and I got to be honest with you. This one here, the Team Chevrolet, has been one of the most honest I've dealt with. Like, they'll tell you, like, yeah, you could probably find a shop that's going to do it cheaper, but we're going to do it cheaper than any other dealer. We're not going to screw you. And if there's something that doesn't absolutely need to be done, we're not going to try to upsell you to get it done. This is what I like about this dealership here. You know, it's not like the Bob Howards of the world in Oklahoma City that will try to, you know, rape you and just do you dirty. or other, you know, like, and I'm just using them as an example because of personal experience and friends and stuff that I've dealt with them. But this dealership here, not bad. I'm just being honest, really not bad. All right, let's find out how bad they're gonna bend my ass over. Looks like I gotta leave the truck here, and they'll address it tonight and tomorrow. All right, guys. So after a little bit, and you know, service really not doing anything on Sunday, we got the truck done. I have my receipt here for the damages, and needless to say, and we'll flip this around so you can see it, the total amount out the door to get the alternator replaced, and they also checked other stuff on here, was $307.74. And that is with Team Chevrolet here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, I'm not going to show my whole thing because all my business information and stuff is there, because I did go ahead and open I have a business account or a billing account that I can use with them now. Not because I feel like this is going to be a money pit, but this might be a money pit. And to show you that it is correct and everything is right now, we do have to get gas. Now you can see the gauge is where it's supposed to be. The voltage is correct. And they basically told me that the truck, it wasn't even like the alternator was bad itself. There's like a component, and I said this, called a voltage regulator that is on the truck, and it can cause it to put either not enough or, you know, too much voltage out and cause issues like tearing up your battery and other things. So luckily for me, nothing crazy, no major damage done to the truck. And hopefully, this is a big hopefully, I'm not wearing no damn seatbelt. Big hopefully is that that's it. We're not going to have any more issues. I hope we shouldn't have any other problems with this car's electrical system, or this truck's electrical system. That is my hope, that now that we have this done, it's done. Like we're good to go. That's my hope. We'll see. I'm hoping this thing isn't turning into a money pit, but add another $300 and something to the tab on what we have into this truck, you know, between the purchase price, what was it, $2,200 or whatever it was for the other repairs, add another $300 and something onto that, and boy, it's starting to add up, man. It's starting to add up. We're rapidly approaching almost half of what we paid for the truck in repairs. But hopefully, if it's right now and the voltage works, we got the temp gauge working, if I could figure out a way where she didn't burn so much fuel, that'd be awesome. No, I'm just playing. But anyways, there you have it. More drama, so to speak, with the Snow Bunny, and she is now in, as far as I can tell, good mechanical condition. They did go over everything else, though. They checked everything else, electric wise. They found no other faults, nothing else. And like I said, let me give you an example of why I am a fan of Team Dealer over there. The reason why I am a fan of is one simple reason. I called other Chevy dealerships and quoted this job. You won't, like, and other Chevy guys, if you're watching this and you work at a Chevy dealership, go to your service department and ask. They gave me a discount, obviously, on the alternator. I think the alternator itself, before the discount, was $300, but they gave me a discount on the alternator. Looked out, you know, because I brought the truck there for other stuff, and then they charged me like an hour and a half of labor. Other dealerships, and it might be more than an hour and a half to do it. I don't know how long it took them to do it. The next cheapest Chevy dealership wanted $500 in labor to do the alternator. The next Chevy dealership, that was the next cheapest. I had other ones at like $650 in labor, and they wanted like $420 for the friggin' same alternator, same ass alternator that this dealer uses, that dealer uses, right? And I think before they said this had a 170 amp alternator, and the one they put on her now is 220. It gives you an option for either or. And I figured, yeah, if I want to put a radio or something in here, I'll take the bigger amperage or run lights or do whatever. So put the bigger amperage alternator on it. And that's the other thing too. It wasn't even the cheapest alternator. I got the nicer alternator for less money. This is why I said, man, like if you treat a customer good, if you do people right, like Team Chevy has done me, then you have to promote them. You have to put them out there. They don't pay me shit. And I guarantee you the people from their service department probably don't even know that I'll put them on blast in the videos as far as what they've done getting me right. So, yeah, man, there you have it. I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. Just because, like I said, they could have held me over the coal. They could have got me for another probably $400 in labor, and I wouldn't even bat an eyelash knowing that the other dealer wanted to charge me $500 in labor and $400 for the alternator, so like $900. And you come in and it's 300. It's like 300 and less than $310. Are you shitting me? Psh, done deal. Love dealerships that are not scumbags. And yes, I know I might pay more money dealing with a dealer than I do a mom and pop shop. I understand that, but I also like the convenience. I get a loaner, I keep it moving. And you know what? Let me tell you something else as a BMW guy, right? And this is not like a shot at AutoNation, but it kind of is. As a BMW guy, every time my BMW breaks and I take it to the dealer, we don't get loaners and stuff. Chevy treats their people like gold at Team Chevrolet. That's just what I've seen. So anyways, let me get off my soapbox. There you have it. $300 and something repair. She's back to normal. Runs fine. Voltage is good. I'm going to get some gas. I was supposed to get the CarMax today to do the quote to see you on this. We'll see if that happens. If so, it'll probably be the next video in this series for the truck. But anyways, there you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And yes, I'm going to get a haircut, I promise. I got this mess going on over here. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys very soon on the next one.